In a busy manufacturing line, robotic arms moving with precision, programmed to repeat tasks endlessly. But in this moment, something goes wrong. One worker steps in too close, right between two active robots. A danger zone clearly marked but often ignored. Within seconds, a fast-moving arm swings unexpectedly, catching him off guard. Another worker rushes in to help, but with the system still live, the second robot activates, repeating the same mistake. Luckily, quick reactions from nearby staff and the emergency stop prevented more serious consequences. This scene is a clear reminder. Industrial robots never see humans unless sensors tell them to. Always lock out, tug out, and wait for motion to stop before entering an active zone. Safety doesn't pause, even when machines do. It started like a routine job, a crane team removing a massive tree trunk section. The crew secured the straps, checked the lift, and gave the all clear. But as the section was lifted free, something unexpected happened. The log's weight shifted mid-air, throwing off the crane's balance. In seconds, the entire boom tilted and the crane tipped forward. Fortunately, no one was injured during this recording. But the message is clear. When working with heavy loads, always calculate weight, angle, and swing before lifting. One miscalculation can turn a routine job into a dangerous lesson.
It's a regular morning inside a busy textile mill. The team moves between machines, checking fabric rollers and maintaining production flow. Everything seems routine, until one worker steps closer to inspect a roller. In an instant, his loose clothing gets caught in the fast-spinning fabric machine. The pull is sudden and powerful, leaving no time to react. Coworkers rush in immediately, hitting the emergency stop and cutting power to the unit. Their quick action prevents what could have been a devastating accident. Thankfully, the worker escaped with only minor injuries. But this close call serves as a powerful reminder. In textile mills, where machinery runs at high speed, anything loose can become a serious hazard, from sleeves and scarves to aprons or ID tags. This incident highlights a critical safety principle. Always secure clothing, tie back hair, and keep a safe distance from moving rollers. 1 second of carelessness can lead to disaster, but one habit of awareness can save a life.
It's a normal rush hour inside a busy restaurant kitchen. Workers move quickly between fryers, prep stations, and service counters. But on the floor near the cooking area, a small puddle of water has started to form, unnoticed by the team. The supervisor steps in to check on an order, unaware of the wet surface beneath her feet. In seconds, she loses balance and slips hard onto the floor. Her coworkers immediately rush to help, ensuring she's okay. Fortunately, she only suffered minor bruises. This incident is a reminder that the smallest hazards can cause serious accidents. A single spill, if left unattended, can turn a safe workspace into a danger zone. Every worker, from kitchen staff to management, shares responsibility for spotting and fixing hazards before they cause harm. A clean, dry floor might seem like a small detail, but it's one that keeps everyone standing safe.
At a fuel transfer station, a tanker is offloading fuel through connected hoses into the underground system. Moments later, the driver unknowingly begins to move the vehicle while the hoses are still attached. Immediately, fuel starts to spray from the disconnected lines, but the driver reacts fast, stopping the truck before the situation gets worse. Thanks to that quick response, the spill is contained and no one is injured. This serves as a reminder: always double-check all connections and communicate clearly before moving any tanker during transfer operations. At this construction site, a worker is positioning a suspended steel beam, lifted by a telehandler. As he moves in to attach the chain, the beam shifts slightly, enough to throw off his balance.
He tries to steady himself, but the sudden motion pulls him backward, sending him to the ground. Luckily, he avoids serious harm, but this close call highlights one of the most common risks in steel erection work: standing too close to a load before it's fully stabilized. To prevent incidents like this, workers should always stay clear of the swing zone until the beam is fully supported and secure. Taglines should be used to guide the beam from a distance, keeping hands and feet clear of the load's path. And most importantly, the operator and ground crew must maintain constant communication, using hand signals or radios to coordinate every movement. Even a slow-moving beam can shift unexpectedly, but with proper distance, planning, and teamwork, that slip can be avoided entirely. Here, a delivery truck approaches a low bridge clearly marked with height warnings, 11 feet, 8 inches. But the driver either misses or underestimates the sign. The top of the truck's box slams into the bridge beam, instantly peeling it open like a can. Fortunately, no one is hurt, but the damage is expensive and entirely preventable. To avoid incidents like this, commercial drivers must always know their vehicle's height and compare it to posted clearance signs. Route planning apps for trucks can help avoid low bridges, and approaching slowly gives time to react if a warning appears. Even one overlooked sign can turn a simple delivery into a costly mistake. In this manufacturing facility, a worker operates near a forklift transporting a large stack of boards. As the forklift moves past him, the operator loses control of the load. The stack tips forward and collapses onto the nearby worker. He's briefly pinned under the heavy boards before his co-workers rush in to help. Fortunately, he escapes serious injury. This close call shows how easily a moment's inattention during material handling can become dangerous. Operators must ensure every load is balanced, properly secured, and lifted with smooth, controlled movements. No worker should ever stand or sit within the drop zone of a moving or elevated load. Clear communication between the operator and ground staff can help prevent these kinds of incidents. Every forklift maneuver counts, because one slip of the controls can mean hundreds of pounds coming down in an instant. A worker cuts into a large palm tree near a house, but without ropes or control measures, the tree tips the wrong way. In seconds, it crashes straight onto the roof. Always plan your cut, control the fall, and clear the area. One mistake in tree felling can cost more than just repairs. In a busy warehouse, one forklift operator parks his vehicle, but leaves the forks raised in the middle of a travel lane. A few moments later, another forklift passes by and strikes the raised forks head-on. The impact throws the parked forklift off balance, and its operator is ejected onto the floor. Fortunately, no one was seriously injured, but this could have ended much worse. Forks should always be fully lowered to the ground when a forklift is parked. Engage the parking brake before stepping away. Keep travel lanes clear and visible. Raised forks or pallets block sightlines and increase impact risks. Operators should maintain a safe travel distance and move cautiously around parked equipment. Supervisors must enforce pre-parking safety checks. A quick look can prevent a costly accident. A moment of carelessness can turn a routine parking stop into a dangerous chain reaction. Always secure your machine and respect the safety zone. This construction site scene takes a sudden turn for the worse. Workers are focused on guiding a heavy load, When the excavator's bucket swings unexpectedly, hitting the crew working nearby. It's a split-second mistake that could have been deadly. Incidents like this happen when teams work too close to active machinery without clear communication or exclusion zones. The operator's blind spot, poor coordination, and lack of a signal person create a perfect storm for disaster. To prevent accidents like this, always establish a clearly marked exclusion zone around heavy machinery. No one enters unless the operator stops and acknowledges them. Use a trained signal person for communication. Never rely on hand waves or shouting. Operators should complete a 360-degree visibility check before moving equipment, and every lift or movement should have a pre-task safety briefing so everyone knows the plan and the danger zones. One careless swing can change everything. Stay alert, keep your distance, and make communication your strongest tool on site. Safety isn't just about rules. It's about protecting each other.